it wasn't a choice to convert at that point because like I believed it so much. Like you can't not convert if you actually believe it. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. I mean, I feel like the same misconceptions as everyone. Like because I was taught that it was more of like a violent religion, that it copied Christianity, hates women, things like that. So now people are like forced to just like judge me on my personality because they can't see like what I look like except for my face. And I really like that. I didn't think I was going to, but I do.
The following is a conversation with Tori, a woman from the United States who shares her journey of converting to Islam. While teaching in children's church, she began reading the Bible more deeply and struggled to reconcile the concept of the Trinity. Her belief in God remained strong, leading her to explore Islam. Through extensive online research, she found Islam's message of the oneness of God to be more logical and clear. In this interview, Tori reflects on her journey, the challenges she faced, and how embracing Islam has transformed her life. Join us as we explore her inspiring story and reflections on faith.
I'm from West Virginia, and it's very Christian. And I live in Virginia, and it's very Christian there too.
Was there a specific event or a person that led you to start learning about Islam?
Um, it was just learning that Islam is related to Christianity, but it doesn't have the Trinity. So to me, it was more logical for Jesus to be a prophet rather than the Son of God, because that's why I left Christianity. So it seemed
Mhm.
more logical to me. And so I just did a lot of online research. I didn't know any Muslims.
How did the process of conversion feel both spiritually and emotionally?
Um, it was like scary because like I knew like some bad stuff would come out of it just through like my family. But it was like a thing where like it wasn't a choice to convert at that point because like I believed it so much. Like you can't not convert if you actually believe it. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. But it was really scary more than anything.
Mm. Did you have any misconceptions about Islam that changed as you learned more?
Um, the biggest thing is like the violence. I had always thought that it was like a violent religion just because that's what I've been taught because of like everything that happened since 9/11. So then like America became super Islamophobic, I guess. So I would like be scared if I would see like women fully covered and stuff like that just because of stuff that I'd seen on the news. Um, yeah, basically, like we're taught stuff like that, like in like church and things. Like we're taught that Islam like specifically is like violent. So learning that it's actually arguably more peaceful than Christianity, that was something that like really took me aback. Like that actually like shocked me when I was learning.
Mhm. Did you believe that women were oppressed in Islam?
For sure, I did. 1000%. And mainly for like, I guess the reasons everyone else does, like the appearance. Um, because I was like, well, why do the women have to cover and not the men? Yeah, so the hijab and covering, I think, is what made me think it like outwardly, like on the surface, just because that's what I saw. And I didn't know any Muslim women. Like, so that's all I really had to go off of. Um, and then also things like there are countries that do oppress women that happen to be Muslim. So a lot of people think the correlation is causation when it's not. So that might be like another reason why I thought that. But really, like the women's role in Islam, I think is like identical to their role in Christianity. So the only difference really is like how we look. We dress different.
What aspects of Islamic teachings resonates with you the most?
Okay, so I guess I like the like structure slash like discipline that you have to have as a Muslim. Like praying 5 times a day at like certain times. I like that, and I like that you're supposed to fast because I feel like when I was a Christian, you just become a Christian and that's it. And I feel like you're closer to God when you have these like routines of worship, I guess. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yes.
That's
Um,
probably what I like the most.
do you feel that your conversion to Islam has empowered you or limited you as a woman?
Um, I mean, I guess you could say both, but more empowered. Like, definitely, like, my life has changed a lot as a woman, I guess. But I ended up feeling like more confident in my own personality because you kind of have to focus more on your personality when you're covered like this, right? Because before it's like you're being viewed as like I don't want to say objectified, but like like people are looking at your body all the time, like as a woman, like we know. And it's all the time and like it makes you really self-conscious. So a lot of times like that's what you're thinking about all the time. Like, oh my gosh, like do I look fat today? Stuff like that. Because like you're expected to wear like tight stuff. And if you don't, you're weird. So it's almost like a form of oppression in that way. Because even though you're not made to not cover up, you're made to feel weird if you do. See what I'm saying? So now people are like forced to just like judge me on my personality because they can't see like what I look like except for my face. And I really like that. I didn't think I was going to, but I do.
How did your family and friends react when you told them about your decision to convert?
So like with my friends, it was fine because they're supportive. They do like make fun of me a little bit, just like teasing. Like they'll be like, "Oh no, Tori, don't show your elbow." But it's fine. Like I don't mind that. But like when it came to my family, it was hard because like they're Christian and like they believe that anyone that is not Christian is going to hell. Hence they think I'm going to hell. They've told me that. And also I have a daughter and they think that I'm like leading her in the wrong way. And so they try to like make sure she knows a lot about Christianity. So that's like rough. I'm not gonna lie. But over time, my dad, like, even though he's not interested in converting, like, he actually knows so much about Islam now because he just got curious and started asking. So now he'll sit and, like, watch Islamic lectures with me and things like that, which I thought would never happen. So, really, I think patience is key because I think most people will come around because I never thought he would. And now it's, like, interesting to him. Like, he'll ask questions all the time. We have good conversations.
Pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you and that He guides your parents. Amen.
Yeah.
Do you think the perception that women in Islam are oppressed is accurate, or does it come from a lack of understanding?
Kind of like I said earlier, like I don't think women are oppressed. Um, I think that like the women's roles are the same in Islam as is Christianity, and women in Christianity are accepted, but the only difference is we look different. So no, I don't think we're oppressed. Um, I think gender roles are a thing in Islam, and like in today's day and age, that's like frowned upon, but like almost that's every like Abrahamic religion, anyways. So. I think some people, even if they did learn about Islam, they'd still say women are oppressed because they want everyone to be like exactly equal and we're for gender roles. But me personally, no, I don't think we are.
Is there a verse from the Quran, a hadith, or a specific Islamic teaching that resonates deeply with you?
I really like the emphasis on helping people, like charity and things like that, and including like your family as well. But like how you're supposed to donate you have to donate and things like that because I feel like a lot of people they don't know that about Islam, but like it's actually super compassionate to like orphans and poor people and travelers and things like that. And I that really like is something that I love.
What are your hopes for the future as a Muslim woman in the United States?
I definitely would like more people to just be comfortable around like Muslim women that are like covered and stuff because there are people that'll like see me or like other people, like other hijabis or niqabis, and even if they're not outright mean, they act kind of like standoffish, like weird. Um, I would like for like stuff like that to be more normal, to where people just see me and they're like, "Oh, there's a person." See what I'm saying? Um, Obviously, because a lot of even Muslim women, they're scared to cover because they're afraid of like how people will treat them. And so, yeah, my biggest thing is I would like for it to be more normalized than anything.
Right. What do you think Muslims should know about reverts to Islam?
Um, I think they should keep in mind that born Muslims usually start learning from a toddler. So like sometimes if I don't know something and like one of like my Muslim friends will like hear that like I don't know, they'll be like, "You don't know that?" Like, no, I don't know that. Shut up. Because like most of us we teach ourselves, honestly. Like we have to like do our own research and sometimes we don't even know what to research. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what we don't know. So I take like a convert class at the masjid I go to, but I still like am not nearly as knowledgeable as people that were born, but it's not for a lack of trying. So I get embarrassed a lot because of that. So that is what I would like them to know. Because that makes us like more like shy to talk about Islam with them because like we're embarrassed to say what we don't know because we'll like I've like asked people like questions before because I was curious and then they were like, "How do you not know that?" And so I'd never ask that person a question again
Right.
because now I'm embarrassed. So yeah, I think people should be more like empathetic in terms of that.
Right. I mean, it makes perfect sense, really, that I get this actually a lot. Many converts are saying that they
Really.
just need more understanding. And I think it's an important point to mention. What advice would you give to someone considering converting to Islam?
I think a good thing would be to like one thing that I did, like just Google their local masjid and email them or see if they have a Facebook or something, um, and tell them you're interested in converting because most will like have someone meet you and talk to you about it and like teach you a little bit more and make you more comfortable in it. Because like if you're alone and you want to convert, it's a lot more scary. So I would say like go to a masjid and like talk to someone there because like they're always happy to do it. Like it makes them happy. So like don't be shy about it. Like they love it. But yeah, I really think people should do that. Contact a masjid.
That's a great advice. Tori, I want to thank you for being my guest, and it was truly a pleasure to have you here and to be able to share your story.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching. If you or someone you know has a story of embracing Islam, we'd love to hear it. Your journey could inspire and uplift others. Feel free to reach out to share your story on this channel. Let's continue to celebrate the beauty of faith and the diversity of our experiences. Please share this video and don't forget to subscribe for more meaningful content. See you in the next one, inshallah.